Operation Fatherhood here. So I'm going to touch on a topic real quick that might be a bit controversial, but let's get into it. So I asked this question. You probably saw the thumbnail where I'm saying, are black men and black women really done with each other? And the reason I'm asking that question or saying it is, oh, look at all the kids right now, is because when I see a lot of podcasts, a lot of live streams on TikTok, it's always like this going back and forth of black men. You know, if it's African American women, they're like, black men are this, that, and the third. They just, they're not meeting a standard. They're not meeting what we need. We need to be moving on. And then when you see a podcast with, African American brothers, leading it and conversing. It's, black women are this and black women do that. They don't want to cook anymore. They don't want to be feminine. They want to be the boss chick and this, that, and the third, right? And the thing I keep thinking to myself is that, and a lot of that stuff, there are truths to a lot of it, right? There, if some women, African-American women, look at, African-American brothers and they say, well, black men just don't lead like they should, right? And there may be some truth to it. And then you may have some black men that will see black women and say, a lot of them are not, being like our mothers, and grandmothers in the past that will cook and clean and take care of the home and respect us and build us up and not tear us down. And there may be some truth to that. However, I will also add that a lot of those people, I put it to you like this. I'm an individualist, so I'm not always a part of the whole, collective mindset that all black people are like this or all black people are like that. There are jokes where we'll say stuff like, black people work on CP time, whichever, like it's our own time, we're always late, right? But if a lot of black people, that is not true, right? That, some of us there are different cultures inside of, any people group. So, and the thing is that sometimes I'll hear, black women say certain stuff about black men. And I'm thinking to myself, what kind of black men have you dated? And then I thought the same thing about, black men talking about black women. It was like, what type of black women have you dated? I had this conversation recently and the reason I'm talking about this is because I had a conversation recently with my surrogate mother, and she was like, but we were talking about just how one time, a long time ago, I'm trying to keep this video short and sweet, where she asked me and some family members and some other guys in the Sunday school this, why y'all black guys, go out, date these quote unquote white girls. Now me, keep it real, like, I don't do the whole date one particular race. I'm not dating anymore anyway. I went through a divorce last year. I'm good on the whole dating ever again. But the thing is, I thought to myself is, I don't care about a color. Like if I like females, like, I like women. I don't give a doggone. It's more about a culture for me than your race, right? So if you have a traditional culture, you dress conservatively, you were a Christian sister back in the day before I got married to my ex-wife. That's what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for black women, they always loud and they always disrespectful. So let me go get to a white girl who do what I tell her to do. Not every Caucasian female will do what you tell them to do. Not all of them are soft and feminine. There are some that are just like African American. Look, my point being is that we're talking about, sometimes people will date a certain type of woman or date a certain type of man, and then when they get upset after dating, 4 or 5 of them have been hurt or whatever you want to call it, then they say all of them are like that. Well, maybe it's the ones that you're meeting. Maybe it's the ones that you meet in certain locations or certain places or what have you. And so my thing is this, which is black women, go do your thing. Go do your Stella got a groove back thing. And, you traveling all over the world doing what you, go do you, or be single and be happy about that. Brothers, okay? Do you. If you want to do the Zoom to Thailand thing, the passport bro thing, go do you. Go get you an Eastern chick, Asian, Thailand, Philippines or whatever, and live your best life, or be single like me. I'm good with the single life. I don't miss dating. I don't miss marriage. So the thing is that, but I think what we have to stop doing, or at least I shouldn't say, I think we should stop blasting each other, but I also think we should do a better job of building each other up, conversing with each other, and accepting there are certain cultures that we may not like, right? Within, African-American women or within African-American men. But to stop saying that all African-American men do this, or all African-American women do this, or all white women or white whatever or Latino or whatever, because in many cases you hadn't dated every single person in that group. Let's just be real about that. So if you dated a number of, like I have in the past, most of the women even before my ex-wife, who's African American, there was a few women I dated or whichever. They were African American sisters. So even if I ever dated again or thought about going down that road to get married, I probably would date somebody who is not my race, because that's all I've ever dated in the past. Try something new. But I'm not going to go blasting all African American women either, because one, my mama is African American, my second mother is African American, my surrogate mother is African American, my sister and surrogate sister are African American, my daughter is African American. I'm not going to blast all of them because I don't see certain traits that I've seen in some women in them. So let's keep it real. Let's stop doing this blasting each other stuff and just accept that we might have just had some bad picks, and we keep making bad picks because we haven't taken the time to think about our own selves and where we are when we go and date these people. It's something to think about.